Hello and welcome. We're going to be taking a look today at how I mixed this remix of Seldom with all Neural DSP plugins. The first plugin we're going to take a look at is Parallax. It is the bass plugin they just released right off the bat. Beautiful. All right, so I'm going to pull up. I'm just going to flatline this compression because I have no self-respect. So basically the way this plugin works is you have 3 different processing types going on at once. So you have your low end, and then you have your mid distortion, and then you have your high distortion. Firstly, we're going to do our low compression, which you can see I've kind of dimed here. And I'm going to keep it real low. So for mid distortion, I'm going to pull this down a little bit. And I'm actually almost going to use this sort of backwards. For the mid distortion, I'm actually going to be focusing on the higher frequencies. So I'm going to pull this guy up a little bit. Yeah. I think that's just beautiful. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this high distortion as sort of like a mid focus, distort it a little bit more. And then I'm going to pull it back like a good bit. So we get that ugly, like, sort of forever distortion thing going on in the mids. But then from this mid distortion track, we still keep our highs intact and you get that clank out of it. So I'm going to pull a little bit of 250 out just because this bass sort of overdoes it a little bit there. So I'm going to pull that back. All right, so let's take a look at this old fella. Let's take a listen to a little different bit. Oh, like that. So maybe I'll focus a little bit more on highs on this one. And then with this one, I'll try and get a little bit more of a mid growl. Let's go over here. Usually I like a little 121 off axis. That is beautiful. And honestly, I think that'll do it pretty much for the bass. Cool. All right. So let's move on to rhythm guitars. So what I got going on here is a little Plini Archetype. Real nice guitar amp plugin. I'm actually quite a big fan of it. And I'm actually using the crunch channel on the left rhythm guitar. And then I'm using the lead channel on the right. With sort of different cabs. Because using different EQs and like different settings on left and right kind of tricks your ear a little bit and it makes it feel a little bit bigger and wider. All right, yeah, let's build this rhythm tone. Turn on our compressor, beat the crap out of it. Let's get a little overdrive. Don't want much drive out of it. We just want the tone that the overdrive gives you. Dig it. Turn on bright. I want a little more gain. Digging it. Turn that gate up a little bit. So this is nice and kind of mid-gain, maybe just a little bit past mid-gain. Let's get to our cab. So once again, same idea. I like having one for highs and one for mids. Maybe I'll use 57. Yeah. I like that. Okay. So now we're going to put a little bit of mid back into it. And then because of these pickups, I'm going to pull a little bit of low mid out. And then boost up that bass. And I'm feeling pretty good about that. Pretty good. Maybe that bass is just a little bit too loud still. Cool. All right, so let's get to work on our right guitar. Set it back to default. Head over to the lead. I'm betting we're going to want a little bit less gain. Turn that gate up. Love it. Going to do the same thing over here. Compress pretty hard. Turn them back up. Drive. Turn the drive real far down on this one because this already has a whole bunch of gain. So that's probably about good right there. Cool, cool. All right. Let's mess with this a little bit. So I think this time we're going to do a 57. Cool. All right. What about you? Might still do the 121. All right. We need a little more clarity still. So we're going to jump over here. All right. I'm digging that. So what do we got? And just because there are two different amps, I'm going to pull the left down just a little bit. And I'm feeling good about it. What do you say we do some clean guitars, huh? So this is sort of my little, I have just kind of this ambient little arpeggio happening. I'm going to go for like very clean on all these guitars. So I'm going to turn this up so you can hear it better. So this is what we got. So we're going to set for the clean amp. Turn on that bright. Actually, first, I'm going to run over, turn this compressor on, and I'm going to compress the living crap out of it. Perfect. Turn this off for now. Cool. So I'm going to have this one a bit more mid-focused. So honestly, this is probably just about where it wants to be already. But the difference here is for my cleans, I'm going to straight up just turn off the cab impulses. So obviously we're going to have to drop gain. Cool. There we go. All right. So let's throw some little effects on here. This is pretty much perfect right how it is right now. Just changing the filter just a little bit. All right, so let's go bloop. And let's throw this. Yeah. Pull up the tape saturation just a little bit. But I want to do some EQ, so let's mid-focus it a little bit. Yeah. That's good. Okay. So now I'm going to take that and throw it on the other track. Now we are done with these little ambient cleans. As you can see, I've got a little bit of automation happening on these tracks already. I will spare you all from watching that happen. Okay, so we've got another 2 clean tracks, and these I kind of want to have stick out a little bit more. So here we go, default again, boom, bam, boom. Same idea, let's pull this up, pull that down, engage it. Come over here, clean amp, bright, less gain, you know the whole deal. I'm going to keep the bass around there. I'm going to pull the mid back, pull the treble up, pull the presence up. I'm going to pull the master back. We're going to run over to the cabs, turn the cab sim off. Turn that reverb off for now. So now we have this thing that isn't working for some reason. Oh, it is working. It's very quiet. So let's turn up our gain. Cool. So we've got our cab turned off. Let's run over to reverb. We want this one huge. A little bit more high and a little less low. That is just about it. Maybe we can play with our EQ just a little bit. Just turn up all those highs. No fear. Okay. So, same idea as last time. Pull it off, drop the same fella. And there you go. All right. Now we've just got some little mid-gain guitars. So for this one, I want it to break up just a little bit. So I'm going to use the clean again. Pump that gain. Get rid of that reverb for now. Pump that compression. Maybe even turn on that drive, but pull the level back. Dig it. All right. All right, this is pretty simple. All right, let's take a look at the other bit. Okay, so I want a whole lot more treble happening here. So I'm gonna use this guy again. Yeah. Okay. So let's get a little bit of this. Once again, very mid-focused. I like it. Cool, so for this one, I'm gonna add just a little bit of reverb. And I'm gonna turn these guys all the way down. And then turn the dry wet down a little bit. Maybe even more on that low pass. Yeah. Okay. And that's it. Thank y'all very much for joining me on this little video. I hope you learned some stuff. And go ahead and check out the Neural DSP plugin suites because they are very cool and very versatile. If you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit like. It helps me out. Tell me what you thought. Tell me if you think I'm a dingus or if you think I'm a genius or any kind of thing like that. I'm on the Instagram, on the Facebook, on all of those places at It's Drewsif. Thank you again, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.